All right, guys. So in this video, I'm actually going to show you how to do a Facebook ads that actually works. I've been taking a lot of classes and training on this topic. And I've done my share of advertisement too. So I'm going to show you now how I do these ads. So first of all, you have to go on Facebook, obviously. And if you've never done ads, there might be one or two tricks that are going to be different, but otherwise it should be exactly as I show you until obviously Facebook changes their website. So when you go on your Facebook account, you see that little arrow right there, you click on it and you're going to see right here manage ads or create ads. I'm going to click create ads for the purpose of this video. So with this lead generation website you just bought, what you want to do is this here. What we want to do is drive traffic on the website. So we're going to click traffic. So traffic is going to be your campaign. So we're going to choose a name for the campaign. I'm going to show you what that is later on. All right, so let's say, I don't know, lead generation campaign. let's make it simple. You're gonna click right there, and then you're gonna have your ad set name. Oh, okay, all right. Lead generation tactics. I don't know. I'm just writing down whatever comes to my mind. So we're gonna send the traffic to a website. So that's perfect. Offer, that's good. Audience. So the first thing we want to do here is that when you purchase your area, you want to make sure that, as I said, the area you bought is exclusive, but also you want to make sure that that's the only area that you also cover, because otherwise it's just not fair for the people around you that's going to buy other areas. So let's say here I'm in Granby, Quebec. That's my city. If I write down the name of my city, Granby, Quebec, Canada, you see the cities right there. I can click on it and right away there's a big circle around it. That means that not only people from my city are going to see it, but people from 25 miles around Granby would see my my ad. So that's way too big. Just to give you a rough idea, the city of Granby is 65,000 people, and my reach now is just a little bit over 200,000. So that's way too much. It means that I didn't do that correctly. One thing I can do actually is to click right there and to make my radius smaller. So if that actually covers the area you purchased, then you're right on. It's good. But let's say that I bought, because that's another route right there. Let's say that I bought Granby and that pretty much covers my ground. But then I also bought this area right there. Sometimes it gets complicated to enter a city. I could just write down another city. But what I can also do actually, and that's a nice little trick that you can do on Facebook, is click right here on drop pin, and you can actually, as it says, drop the pin pretty much wherever you want, and then make sure your area that new pin covers the right area that you purchased. Same thing again. When you drop a pin, actually you can make the radius much smaller, all the way to 50 miles. That would just make no sense. Let's say 2 miles. I think I can actually just click right there and do it manually. There you go. All right, so that's just a nice little neat trick to be a lot more specific about our locations. So you can just play around with that then and then drop more pins if you need to. All right, that being said, after that what you want to do is make sure that the age frame of the depending on the topic you want to cover, selling a home, selling insurance, or whatever else, you have to make sure that the age group you're going to be clicking here is relevant to your topic. If you want to do, I don't know, retirement, investment, or stuff like that, I don't think the 18 years old people would be really like appropriate, you know. So depending on your topic, depending on your lead group that you want to target, might want to put that to 25, 30 years old, and let's say maximum 55. Just make sure the age group makes sense. Gender, that should be all of them. I also sell a website that's for leads for newborn babies. So if it's, let's say you have a website for newborn babies, I'm guessing that gender should be women, actually, you know. Newborn babies, I would do like 25 to 40. You know, you just have to make sure that these selections right here are congruent with the actual people that you want to be targeting. Languages, should leave that blank, I guess. So one nice little trick I like to do also, because depending on what you want to buy, you can also exclude people that there would be no way they would buy your product. So as the moment, as I'm recording this video, I sell two kinds of lead generation websites, one for real estate agents and another one for financial planners. So in my detailed targeting, what you can do is, let's say you bought a lead generation website for real estate. What I don't want is to have other realtors see my ad, get curious, and click on it, and then I would be spending money on well, useless leads. So one thing I would exclude is anybody that works, let's say, for Remax, but don't click interest. You have to make sure it says employer or job title or something like that. Then I got nothing right here. Anyway, maybe if I write down real estate agent, realtor, interest. No, interest is good. I don't know why it doesn't say job or something. Usually it says job right away. Realtor. Let's try realtor. This is all interest. Usually, yeah. It's just because I'm recording that video that it doesn't work right now. But let's say that's a small bank here in Granby. Interest, whatever. So if it, make sure it doesn't say interest, because if it says only interest, it just means that somebody liked a page or something like that. That's not what we want. We want to make sure that it's about their job. You know, if they work for a competitor, then there's no way they would do business with you. So then you would write down here anyway, people that for sure will never be your clients. We have a tendency to include here, use that section, but you can also exclude people. So that's a nice little trick you can do. After that, always leave placements at automatic. I don't know what that does, to be quite honest. I just, you know, it's recommended, so all right, I'll just leave it there. And then you want to set your daily budget. When I first started this project, I got very good results with a $5 a day budget. That used to be the minimum. One thing I found out is now you can have lower budgets, like $2 a day. Well, just a rule of thumbs right there. We're trying to launch a new project, get leads, make sales, make money. So you have to consider how much is a lead worth. I know you guys pay a monthly fee to use my website and my system and my idea, but you know, you just have to think the minimum I said you should put down is $5 a day, but this is a business we're trying to raise. Usually when and that's just very personal, but when I go forward with a project on Facebook for an ad, I never go under $10 a day, and very often I'll do $20 a day, and that just brings me a lot of leads. And with $20 a day, I know I can make a sale every day. So I would get 2-3 leads a day and convert half of them. So that means if I make one sale every day, plus all the references, and down the road, down the years, this $20 is just nothing. But that's up to you. You do whatever you want. I just recommend start at least $5 a day. That's very minimum. I would not change anything right here. Links, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that, but let's just click continue. I found with time, and maybe I'm not the best expert in the field, but I've always had better results of selecting just a single image instead of many images. But maybe I didn't play around enough with these options. But for the sake of this video, just click single image right there, and then one thing that is pretty nice about Facebook is that you have access to a lot of free stock images. And here's just a few hints, a few things you want to think about when you choose your image. First of all, there has to be a human being, or just even this, just a few hands like this one. If I go over it, it gets dark, but if just a few hands like that in an image is already better than an image that would have just nothing like this one here. There's no human being, there's no nothing. I don't know why. I ain't no psychologist or whatever, but it just works. It always works better when there's a person in it, and not a full person necessarily like this one or these, but you have to see a little bit of there has to be human touch. Let's put it this way. And after that, you have to be same with the group page earlier. You have to think for a second of who is your targeted audience. So if I'm a real estate agent and I want to put a house on the market and I want leads for that, I would be looking for a house. I have to make sure that my customers can relate to the image they're going to see. I know I said there has to be a human, but let's say I was going to take this image right there. If I'm in, I don't know, Montreal or New York, and a typical house is three times bigger than this, and this just makes no sense, because nobody lives in a house like this, I would not choose an image like that. If half of my customers live in a big mansion like this one, then I would use this image. You have to make sure that the people that are going to see your ad can relate, in their personal life to the image they're going to be seeing. This one could be a great one for me in Granby. It's just a typical single family home with a garage, and then you can see a couple right there. They're pretty happy. Well, everybody's happy in a free stock image, obviously. But this being said, this would be a great image. You can create your own. I'll give you an example. The very first ad I placed on Facebook for my lead generation website, I actually created this image. Let me try to find it. I don't even know where it is. All right, right here. This is a typical home from Granby that I found on the web, and I just put a big question mark right over it. And you know what? That worked. That worked really well. So I don't know if you're in the financial services, home insurance. So over time, we found out that this image right there is one that works well. There are many similar. This one's similar. This one's similar. This one's similar. This one too. Whatever, But make sure that the image that you use for your ad, people can relate to it. It makes sense. Let's put it this way. You have about half a second to grab someone's attention. So don't use an image that means nothing. This right there, it means nothing. It means something to you as a professional salesman, Yeah, I can see myself closing the transaction. Yeah, I get that. But to your potential customer, it means absolutely nothing. So, and you know what? We don't care about that. So just make sure your image makes sense. I'm going to use whatever, the first one right there, just to keep going with the ad. All right, so just after that, one thing that is good too is that on my ad, this is mobile newsfeed. I'm just going to switch to desktop newsfeed because it gives me a better understanding of my ad and what it looks like. You see, you have my face, you have my full name, and what I actually do, Remax, right there. I found that this is important too. If you have just like your business name, let's say just Remax Professional. Sorry, that's in French, that's why there's an E right there. But let's say if it was just saying Remax Professional, and it was like the Remax, the hot balloon thing, whatever that you use as a logo, that I find ridiculous. Sorry about that. But anyway, if it was just a logo or whatever that represents my company right there, I found out with time that the ad doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't have it, you don't get as many clicks. I don't know. Once again, if you put your face right there, it's better. Your face, your name. Just don't worry. Don't be shy. Don't hide yourself behind the company. Say who you are, so people when they click on your ad, they know who they're dealing with. That's just one another nice little trick you should use. So your website, then whatever dot whatever dot com. I don't know. Yeah, they know it's fake. All right, and right after that, you want to make sure you go straight to the point. I never know which one's which, but all right, okay, perfect. That's where I want to be. So you want to make sure that as you choose your text, you have to go just it has to be bullet point, straight to the point. Don't use fancy words and whatever. Say right away what your service is, what your ad is all about, and and there's one thing you have to always remember is what when you place an ad, there's only one question that your potential prospect has in mind is what's in it for me. That's it. What's in it for me? So if you're so as I said, I got right now as I'm recording this video, I got two systems. If you're a realtor, I would say something like that. Thinking about selling your home in 5 minutes or less, you can find out how much your house is worth. You see that? First sentence. Oh, sorry about thing. I can't write any. Thing. How do you say that? Thinking. Think. I don't know. I forgot how to write it. You get it, right? Thinking. It bugs me though. Anyway, so you see the first sentence? Think. I can't think right now. Oh, it's the H missing. All right. Okay. Got it. Thinking about selling your home. So somebody's not thinking about selling their home. They're going to read the first sentence and know right away, oh, it's not for me. You know, I don't care. So I can keep scrolling down on my Facebook page. But if they are thinking about it, yeah, then their brain, and that's just like a fraction of a second it happens. Yeah, what about it? Well, in 5 minutes or less, you can find out how much your house is worth. Okay, so then there needs to be a take to action thing, whatever. Take the test today. I was gonna say now, but today is smooth. It's more. It's softer. Find out how much your house is worth. Oops. So that would be good. See? Well, this is a good image. And it's super simple and it takes half a second and a potential home seller knows why he would click on that ad. If I was going to place an ad for, let's say, mortgage insurance, let's do that now. As I said, we know this one works quite good usually. Let's click done. Then I would say more like here, 80% of Canadians pay too much on their mortgage insurance? Do you? Take the test now or today, whatever. Find out how much. Then there's a call to action. No, not a call to action, but a I don't know the word. Sorry, but here, you an incentive. I guess we could say you could save $25 or more each month on your mortgage insurance. I find that sentence right there a bit too long. It works well for the desktop newsfeed, but look, if I go, most people are gonna go on their Facebook account on their mobile, their cell phone, and I can see right there that my sentence is not complete. So I don't like that as much. Maybe I could just, if I just do that, save $25 or more, but it doesn't mean they're gonna save $25 or more every single time. Anyway, if you have something else that is more clever or better, because the other sentence works, but anyway, I'll let you figure that one out, but you get the point, All right, I can save $25 or more. Well, if 80% of Canadians pay too much, who am I to think I don't, Do you take the test now? You don't need to do do you right there. Just 80% of Canadians pay too much on their mortgage insurance, period. Take the test now, save $25. That would be good too. Call to action, learn more is good. What else is there? No button, no. Send request time, no. You see, all that stuff is just useless. Apply now, no. Not really. Contact, no. All right, so learn more is good. If ever, because it does happen sometimes, we don't see it this time. I'm gonna try a new URL with a website that actually does exist. Granby. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna use a website that is in French. I would just want to check something. Hopefully that works. All right, you see there's a text right there. Obviously it's in French right now, but I didn't write that down anywhere. So where did that come from? I don't know how it works, but sometimes Facebook, I guess they send a robot or something like that checks what's on the website, and then they just use some content on it and put it right in my ad. If that happens to you, it is quite annoying actually. So this is my original ad. This is the image I use. This is the text I put down, but that has nothing to do with anything. So it's right here that you can change it. I don't know how you could actually just erase it. Maybe it's possible, but I just don't know how. So newsfeed link description, I would just write something else, like take the test today. And then you see, boom, it's not there anymore. Find out now. So that's how I kind of override the this sentence that just appears for apparently no reason. I don't like that. So I like to have control. Find out now, and then I get rid of that little sentence right there. All right, so this should cover this should cover 98% of your questions on how to do an ad on Facebook. Facebook is going to deliver your ad in many different ways. And you get them right there, mobile news feed, feature phone. What's a feature phone? I don't know. Desktop news feed. So that's right in the middle of your screen when you go on Facebook. Instant articles, I don't know what that is. Desktop right column. When you're on Facebook, oops, let's go on Facebook right there. So right here I'm on Facebook. So this ad right there is that desktop right column, and the other one, desktop newsfeed, would be this ad right there, you know. So different people are going to see your ad in different formats, different places. Then you have Instagram, obviously, audience, network, native, whatever that is. Sorry, I just don't know. Audience, network, banner, I don't know. So anyway, the only thing you can do here is agree anyway. So all this being said, I'm just gonna go back to the original ad I was using. All right, so this is good. I would see right now that everything is in place. Go down and click confirm. If this is the first time you place an ad on Facebook, then it's gonna ask you for your credit card information, and just make sure, let's cover that. So I'm not gonna click confirm, obviously. I don't want to place that ad right now. But what I do want to show you is, oh, maybe I went too far, but let me try to go back. Let's see if that works. Yeah, I think so. All right, so continue, I guess. So here, when it's going to ask you for your credit card information, you have to make sure that, come on, just leave this page. Here, payment settings is going to ask you about your threshold, billing threshold. So right there, I said to Facebook that my billing threshold, Facebook cannot place more than $600 worth of ads without billing my card so I mean, this is like the max amount I'm willing to spend if I forget that I got an ad running. I don't know what what's the automatic number that Facebook puts down. Maybe it's $150 or 300, but make sure your threshold is at least a little bit higher than your daily budget. You know, we said $5 a day, $10 a day, $20 a day. I got 600 right there, because if I have an ad that runs for $20 a day for a month, then that means because that's a monthly threshold. So $30 times 20, it's 600. That's why I put it at 600 right there. And then, you know, make sure your card is up to date, unlike mine that it's pretty much expired, I guess. Anyway, I'll fix that then. So amount spent, that's a bit, anyway. So hopefully you have more amount spent right there, because you make so many sales that you can't stop placing ads. So let me know if you have any questions. This is pretty much the basics of placing an ad on Facebook. And then when the ad is approved, you can go right there, manage ads, click on your name, should be only your name, I guess. And then you can see, I think I don't have any ads running right now. All right, so yeah, this is all in French, obviously, but except for this one. Oh, no, it's pretty English, actually. So you have your campaigns. Then within a campaign, you can have many ad sets, depending on what you want to do. And then in your ad set, then you can have your specific ad. I don't know, it's just my style, but I just run one ad at a time. Some people will run 3, 4, 5 ads at the same time, and then compare the results of each. So then they can have like A/B split test with everything, however that's called. But anyway, that pretty much covers it. So if you want an ad to run or stop running, you have these little toggle switches that you can turn on and off. Ad sets. So mine should be off right now, because you know it says not delivering anyway, so I know nothing's happening right now. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Bye bye.